One more. One more. Beautiful. Good. Let's take our time. Let's just set it up even calmer. As he comes. There you go. Good. Beautiful. One more. There you go. Beautiful. That reach. And any time you move, that should be that. That should be that. Yeah. And then the controls down the middle. All right.
Yeah. That's what
controls smooth. Relax. Relax.
Anthony Joshua is deep in camp for his showdown with Jake Paul, and episode 1 of All Access drops you straight into the atmosphere of a true heavyweight training environment. Not the polished promo stuff, the real grind. Netflix follows the build-up to the fight, and from the first shots, you can tell how seriously AJ is taking this. When Joshua steps into the gym, two things hit you instantly. First, the sheer size of him. Second, how effortlessly that size moves. He's not built for aesthetics. Every muscle looks like a tool with a purpose. Explosive, responsive, and tightly packed onto a frame that still carries the speed of a lighter fighter. The episode lingers on those quiet, technical moments, AJ rolling his shoulders, loosening his hips, tossing what looks like a lazy shadow punch. But that lazy punch is anything but. It's repetition, rhythm building, sharpening a groove that only champions understand. His strength and conditioning work becomes a standout theme. One moment he's lifting absurd weights, the next, he's back on the pads making microscopic adjustments under his coach's eye. That constant switch, from raw power to refined technique, is the thread that ties the entire episode together.
With AJ from his Instagram on Saturday night, right? And he was like in with, was it Skins, I think? Yeah. With two girls, right? Going, great to be out at the gym, enjoy. So my mate sent me a message going, are you happy about this? Right? Going, I know, He goes, and I said, I was quite surprised. I was like, oh, he didn't stop saying how tired he was the other day. Do you know what I mean? So I sent him a message going, not too late, please. And he comes straight back with a picture of me on the couch going, this is me now, don't worry.
The good thing is though, if people are like from his camp, they'll be naive enough to go, oh, he's out and about. Do you know what I mean? Like, he didn't take it as seriously.
You got to tick all boxes with boxing because it's physical. So you got to do your strength conditioning. You know, you got to have strong legs. That's your foundation. You got to have good core, which is important. You got to have good stamina because you want to be working, exploding on your opponents. It's the first one to get tired. You break your opponent down, and when he starts getting tired, you pounce on him. The most important is the training with your coach and the sparring. When you've got your strength, your legs are strong, your core is strong, you're fit, you then go and work on your technique and how to improve.
The pad work has a calm, almost meditative feel to it. AJ's coach calls out combinations, and you can see instincts shaped by thousands of repetitions. You also notice the tweaks, his guard a little tighter, his angles sharper, constant reminders to stay loose right up until the moment he needs to fire. Pad sessions are where raw power gets shaped into precision. The episode makes it clear, this isn't about looking strong on Instagram. The goal is to turn all that size into single-shot impact while still maintaining balance, control, and the endurance to survive 8 grueling rounds. Netflix captures how intentional every drill is, from driving off the lead foot to resetting the guard between bursts of power.
Beautiful. That's beautiful boxing. Good. That's lovely, Josh. And again, pop that long jab. There you go. And again. There you go. Beautiful. Pop that long one too. Finish it up. One more. One more. Beautiful. Good. That's what we've got to bring him on to. Nobody can take them. Who can take them? Nobody. Downstairs. Beautiful. Good. Set him up again with that feint. Breathing. Breathing. Feinting. That's it. Nice and calm. Beautiful. We'll go with that 1-2 again. There you go. Beautiful. As long as you do the timing on it, that's all that matters.
Because early on, if you look for power, you waste energy, then that power evaporates. When they're tired, you ain't got the power to take them out, so you've got to open up in the gap for no reason. So just relax, flow.
Just pop off that reach.
You were saying,
just pop off that reach. And any time you move, that should be that, that should be that, yeah? And then the controls down the middle, all right?
That's right.
Sparring in the show is a masterclass in controlled chaos. Every veteran knows this is where humility meets reality. AJ rotates through different partners, some chosen to test his speed, some to mimic awkward southpaw angles, others simply to pressure him, soak up punches, and force him to keep that chin tucked. The work is intense but calculated, the coaches clap often, not as praise, but as cues to lock in tiny corrections. When AJ takes a solid shot in practice, it's treated like a chess mistake. How did it land? What set it up? What needs fixing? Identify it, adjust, move on, repeat. That iterative cycle is what transforms raw athleticism into fight night execution. The episode captures those intimate in-between moments too, the heavy breathing after a hard round, the glove taps with sparring partners, the quiet exchanges of respect, and AJ checking his rhythm and balance inside the ropes. Heavy bag sessions are where the episode lets you hear AJ's engine. He punches hard, but never recklessly. The bag becomes both his metronome and his mirror, keeping his rhythm while reflecting his intent. There's a clear cadence, double jab, stepping body shot, whipping right hand. He hits the bag the same way he intends to hit an opponent, with weight behind the shot, hips turning, and angles being carved on purpose. You see him shift gears too. Sometimes it's a full-throttle 3-minute blast, designed to spike lactic acid and force his body to keep producing power under stress. Other times it slows to micro-adjustments, testing foot placement, correcting wrist alignment, tightening mechanics. Heavy bag work is relentless repetition, accuracy under fatigue, and no glamour. The episode catches that sweat-soaked, gritty focus frame by frame.
Smashing the heavy bag in camp. Will he become 3-time world champion?
Himself with precision. Since his 2024 knockout loss, AJ's been sharpening everything: rehab, technique, conditioning, mindset. In the gym, he moves like a big man who refuses to fight like one. Pad work is technical and calm. Sparring is controlled chaos, each punch analyzed, every mistake corrected. Heavy bag rounds show his engine, power, rhythm, and purpose under fatigue. Conditioning is brutal. Sled pushes, uphill sprints, medball throws, ring bursts, all designed to keep his size but move like a lighter fighter. His team manages every detail so his mass becomes an advantage, not a liability. The fight is 8 rounds, not 12, so urgency is the theme. Sessions focus on sharpness, fast decisions, and early pressure. Coaches talk strategy like they're racing a countdown clock. Between sessions, you see the human side, jokes with teammates, quick family check-ins, moments of calm. It's not PR. It's the reason he fights. By the end of the episode, you see a heavyweight who isn't just training to look strong, he's training with intention. Every drill is a brick laid for one night, one fight, one statement.
Last minute, mate, that'll do you then. Uppercut. Good. Right hand. Good. Good. Left hook high. Good. Uppercut high. And again.
David Hay says the fight shouldn't even happen, warning Jake is putting his life on the line and AJ could do horrendous damage. But top ringside Dr. Louis Durkin disagrees. He says no safety concerns, and the fight could even go the distance. Jake's family was shocked when he told them. His mom, "Are you crazy? I'm terrified." Logan Paul, "Is this guy out of his mind?" Saudi boxing chief Turki Alalshik openly wants AJ to destroy Jake Paul, saying a KO would remove the headache. Analysts expect a quick Joshua knockout, but Jake says he'll shock the world again. His chin is gone. "I'm going to beat him. 8 rounds. 10-ounce gloves. Heavyweight legend versus YouTuber. This fight is insane."
Is crazy.
Is that a real conversation?
Jake's a fucking lunatic, and it's probably real. I saw Joshua knock out Francis Ngannou, and the guy was like out cold for 5 minutes. And this is a guy who had never been knocked down, let alone knocked out.
If he steps in the ring with him, and actually a bell rings and there are punches thrown, every bit of Jake Paul is not a real boxer conversation.
Jake Paul has built a 12-1 record by facing smaller, older, and inexperienced opponents. But his December 19th bout with Anthony Joshua is a major step up. The fight will be a professional heavyweight match, officially counted on both fighters' records. Joshua's weight is capped at 245 pounds, the bout is set for 8 3-minute rounds, and both fighters will wear 10-ounce gloves, the same size AJ used against elite heavyweights like Klitschko and Francis Ngannou. Since his knockout loss to Daniel Dubois in September 2024, Joshua has been silent in the ring, but he's returning with a mission. "No mercy," Joshua said. "I'm here to break the internet, smash records, and take big fights seriously." Paul, meanwhile, is no stranger to high-risk fights, having gone the distance against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and Mike Tyson. But facing a former two-time heavyweight champion is a whole new challenge. Critics question Paul's experience, but Joshua sees his rise differently. "He's great for boxing," AJ said. "Throwing himself in the deep end teaches him more than traditional fights." Paul responded to skeptics by booking the blockbuster clash, setting up one of the most anticipated crossover fights in recent years.
They said, fight a real boxer. They said, fight someone your size. They said, fight a world champion. We looked at a long list of supposed...
Originally set to face Gervonta Tank Davis, Jake Paul is now taking on Anthony Joshua, a massive step up. At his peak, Joshua was among boxing's elite heavyweights, a two-time world champion and Olympic gold medalist with devastating one-punch knockout power. Paul admits the challenge is huge. "While he was winning Olympic gold, I was filming vines in high school. AJ is a knockout artist, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared." The fight came together on short notice after his bout with Davis fell through. "Paul's decision surprised even his family. Everyone couldn't believe I was taking this fight. Talk is cheap, my friends, but I'm stepping into the lion's den." Despite criticism for facing retired MMA veterans and journeyman boxers, Paul has proven he can compete. His only loss came against Tommy Fury in 2023. Now, on December 19th in Miami, Paul faces a true heavyweight underdog challenge. Clips of him sparring with a WBA-ranked heavyweight show he has power and timing, landing punches that stagger top-level sparring partners. The stage is set. The stakes are huge. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Can the problem child shock the boxing world again?